Hello, this is a Gaselan DM1. It was made in the former German Democratic Republic, which we called East Germany. It has a 450 watt heating element. One thing I mentioned earlier is I am using a simple North American appliance plug, but the plug itself says it's rated for 5 amps at 220 volts. We're only pulling 2 in order to get our 450 volts. So I've got my steam oil in the steam chest. That does feel pretty smooth. I took as much slack out of the 2 pillow blocks as I could. The other thing I'm going to try and do, or I would have liked to have done, is to find some way to seal this pump base. A nice thing about this is it has its own catch tray. The outlet, steam outlet, is here, so it catches this. It catches any oil or condensate that comes out the piston or the valve, and it has also a nice little catch tray with a hole in it for any of the oil that's going to drip off the bearings here. Now, I got that. Yeah, I think that's all right. The heating element in this is a rod type that goes right inside the bottom of the boiler and ends up very close here to the end, to the sight glass. Whedon uses the same type of rod heating elements for their 42s, 43s, that kind of thing. This one's a bit larger though, and it heats things up quite nicely. If I stop talking, you could probably hear it. Yeah, I'm getting steam out the yeah, I think that'll be all right there. I'm going to put one more in here. I am going to run this. I like to. The biggest reason this time is I had a leaky head gasket right here that I had to change. So I want to make sure that everything's going to work well. I had the boiler off and I buffed it up a little bit. There we go. Ah, yes. Not showing too much for pressure. This gauge does work. I was concerned at the level I'm at here is kind of bad. There's a scratch on the sight glass, and I was very worried whether or not it would be a scratch or whether the glass was cut, but things seem to be just fine with it. Okay, there we are. Safety valve is going well. Okay. Let's see what happens. There, those parts are going to need to warm up. Better tighten that backing up. There. Yeah, I knew that would depressure a little bit. Oh, how's that gasket doing? A little leaky over here. I didn't take the... There's no gasket here. Yeah, there's a little bit. Okay. We're gaining pressure now, so we should be able to get running. Sounds all right. See, there's that leaking there. Way it goes. There. Gonna let that build a little bit. Gonna get rid of all the oil. Running quite well. See, and this is what I mean. I'd like to find some way to seal that. We're up to almost the bar. Everything looks good on the boiler. I'm going to lift that up, see if I can run that water into the tray. Have a check. Yep. Condensate. It's fairly smooth too. Some of these get to jumping all over the place. Okay, I'm going to shut off the transformer. Let it run down. There we are. That is going to run down nicely. Maybe that's the problem. These plastic tables don't usually sit too straight, unfortunately. So, there we are. Thanks for watching.